templates, unlike document profiles, provide a starting point that can include artwork in the new document. This way, you don't need to reinvent the wheel when creating artwork with similar appearances. Let's take a look at how to create our own template and at some of the templates that are provided with the latest version of Adobe Illustrator. Now, I'm beginning this video with Illustrator already open on my computer. And I want to create a business card that has some common artwork that's going to serve as a template for other business cards moving forward. So I'm going to start by going to the File menu and choosing New. And in the New Document dialog, I'm going to go ahead and choose Print for the profile. That way I have a good starting point. For the number of artboards, I'm going to change that to 2. And I'm going to make sure that I arrange these by column. That way they appear one on top of another. For the spacing, I'm going to type 1 IN for 1 inch. And then for the units, let's go ahead and change this to inches to make it a little bit easier for us to change the width and height. So because we're creating a business card and it's going to be a vertical business card, I'm going to set the width of the card to 2 inches and the height to 3.5. Now, for the bleed value, I'm going to increase this to 1/8 of an inch because my artwork is going to bleed off of some of the sides of the business card. So we'll go ahead and click OK, and that's going to create my new document. Now, the first thing I want to do is zoom in on this first artboard. So I can go to my Artboards panel, and if I click on Artboard 1, just to the right of the name, you're going to see that it fits the artboard to the window. Now, I'm going to grab my line tool, and what I'm going to do is, while holding down the Shift key on my keyboard, I'm going to click and drag from the top bleed guide all the way down to the bottom bleed guide. And holding down my Shift key ensures that I'm drawing a perfectly vertical straight line. Now, with that line drawn, I'm going to come over to the Stroke panel and change the weight to 0.5 points. Press Enter or Return to commit that change. And then I'm going to go to my Color panel and change the black value to 30% black. And again, just press Enter to commit that change. Now I'm going to switch to my Selection tool, and you want to make sure that that line is currently selected. So on the Mac platform, I'm going to hold down the Option key. On Windows, I would hold down the Alt key. And I'm just going to click and drag to make a copy of this line. And I'll let you decide how far over you're going to make a copy of that line. So holding down the Alt or Option key makes a copy as you drag the object. Now with this line still selected, I'm going to press Command D on Mac or Control D on Windows to repeat that transformation. And I'm going to keep pressing that shortcut until I have enough lines that are distributed across the entire width of my artboard. And that looks pretty good, because this is the artwork that is common to all of my business cards, and that's going to serve as the foundation for my template. And you can make adjustments to these as you see fit. Now that I've got the starting point, I can go ahead and save this as a template. So if I go to the File menu and I choose Save as Template, it's going to bring up the Save As dialog box, allowing me to give this a name. So I'm going to call this the LBV business card. And you'll notice that when I save it as a template, it has a different extension. Instead of just an AI extension, it's now an AIT, which stands for Adobe Illustrator Template. And you'll also notice that it's automatically wanting to put this file inside of the Templates folder, which is located in your Applications folder or your Program files on Windows, in the Illustrator folder, Cool Extras, whatever language you're using, and the Templates folder. So I'm going to call this LBV business card, and it's saving it as an Illustrator template, and I'll go ahead and choose Save. Now we can close that document. Now the question becomes, now that I saved it as a template, how do I use it? Well, there's a couple of areas where you can access your templates. If I go to the File menu and choose New, in the New Document dialog box, I can choose the Templates button in the lower left corner, and all of my templates are visible because I saved it inside of that folder. Now, I should point out that it doesn't have to be saved in this folder. You can use other folders as well, but this is a good common location, and Illustrator knows where to look when you're doing that. Otherwise, you'll have to navigate to the proper location. The other place you can access that, I'll just cancel out of that, is by going to File and choosing New from Template. And this, again, is automatically going to navigate to that appropriate folder. So if I choose LBV Business Card and I choose New, you're going to notice that it creates an untitled document. It's actually not opening the template, but it's creating a new document based on that template. And all of the artwork that I had added to that template is already here that I can use as a starting point, which is a great way to more efficiently create your documents. Now, one other way I want to show you that's helpful when navigating your templates is if I close this document, I'm going to come up here and click on the Adobe Bridge icon. And that's going to open up the Adobe Bridge, which is a great tool for navigating documents inside of your computer. Now, if I go to my computer in my favorites, and I navigate on my hard drive to my Applications folder, I can go to the Adobe Illustrator folder, inside of the Cool Extras folder, whatever language you're using, and then inside of the Templates folder. This is going to show me, of course, this business card that I created, but also if I open up the blank templates, you can see that it provides a preview of all of the templates that you may want to use. So it gives you an idea of what they look like and which one you might want to choose. So for example, if I choose the boxes template, it's going to open up an untitled version based on that box. As you can see, creating a template is as easy as creating a document and adding the artwork that is common to all of those documents. By saving a template, you'll save yourself a lot of time and energy when creating similar documents moving forward.